The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Welcome to August. My name is Ron Jeckett. Welcome to the program for this 24th day of May 2023, and today we are in St. Louis. Well, the new St. Louis ballpark, not the old St. Louis ballpark, and certainly not the original old AstroTurf St. Louis ballpark, and not Sportsman's. For the Cardinals and the Braves, both teams are on the outside looking in for playoff spots as we enter the month of August. We have about 8 weeks of the season left to go. The Cardinals are 53 and 51. They will go with Darryl Kyle. Atlanta is 55 and 51, and they're going to go with Greg Maddux. If you look at the standings, and we'll show you them between the halves of the fourth inning, the Cardinals are 10 games behind Houston in the National League Central, and the Braves are looking up at both Florida and Philadelphia, I believe, in the National League East. And at 55 and 51, that's just not going to be good enough for a wild card for Atlanta. They're going to have to go through and actually win this division if they're going to continue their streak as they did in real life. So a good one for you, two ace pitchers. I brought the rain with me from Boston. It's amazing how that goes west. On a rainy day in St. Louis, 86 degrees, winds blowing in, and rain. So although it's Maddux and Kyle on the card, may not be Maddux and Kyle for as long as you would hope for. But all that, a dandy here on a Wednesday night in Missouri. It is the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves. Next, as Retro Sports Network presents 2001, an Action PC Season Odyssey. Tonight, or today, from Busch Memorial Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, it is the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And as Darryl Kyle takes his warm-up tosses in the rain, he is 8 and 7, making his 23rd start of the year with a 3.55 ERA, and that's good enough for 25th. He's 32 years old, curveball pitcher, fastball tops out at 86, and that ground ball plus. He will throw the sinker. His last start was against the Cubs on the 27th of July, a no decision, 5-3 loss, 7 innings, 103 pitches, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He gave up 2 homers. He walked 3 while striking out 6. So Kyle, 142 innings, 146 hits, 68 runs, 56 of them earned, 14 home runs. He's walked 40 and struck out 116. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Marcus Childs will lead off at second base for the Braves. B.J. Surhoff in left will bat second. Chipper Jones at third will bat third. Ken Caminiti, I don't remember him being with the Braves. Bring your vitamin B12 shots out. He's at first, he'll clean up. Davey Martinez in right will go fifth. Andrew Jones in center will go sixth. Sanchez at short, he doesn't have a batting average, so he's pretty much brand new. Paul Bacco behind the plate, because Greg Maddux is on the mound and rain pending, should throw about 110 pitches. Defensively for the Cardinals, Albert Pujols is 6 and a 5 in left, Jim Edmonds a 10 and a 9 in center, J.D. Drew is 6 and an 8 in right. They're not playing in. It'll be Placido Polanco at third, Edgar Renteria a 6 at short, Fernando Vina a 10 at second, Mark McGuire a 4 at first, Matt Matheny a 9 and an 8 behind the plate, and Darryl Kyle is an 8 on the mound with a .952 fielding percentage. How you doing, Steeler fan? Rooting for the Braves today. 28 months and on a 19-month streak. Thank you. Midlife crisis. Wow. 2 years and change. And that streak now at 19 months, a year and a half. Giles stepping in at 275, a home run, and 4 RBI. Kyle starts the ball game with a ground ball. Vina almost on the grass, throws to first, 1 out. Polanco, by the way, a 6 at third. Here's B.J. Surhoff. B.J. at 249, 9 homers, and 37 RBI. Kyle winds and deals. Kyle, third base side of the rubber, throws to McGuire, 2 out. Darrell had to run almost halfway to third to get that one. 2 out for Chipper Jones at 339, 20 homers, and 77 RBI. Base hit, left center field. Pujols picks it up. Albert will toss it back in. If you remember Ken Caminiti with the Braves, you're a better person than I, Gunga Din. Hitting 243, over from the Rangers. 4 homers and 12 RBI. Kyle deals with 2 out, and Caminiti draws the walk. So first and second for Atlanta, 2 out for Dave Martinez, hitting 261, 2 homers, and 7 RBI. It is a hot, sticky, rainy night in St. Louis, to the point where it just looks like a new stadium. 86 degrees, winds blowing in from right field, so off the mighty Mississippi at 14. First and second, pitch to Martinez, struck him out. Kyle got him, and got him looking. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first, Atlanta nothing. Here comes St. Louis. So Greg Maddux, who could thread a needle with a bowling ball, making his 23rd start of the year, 8-6, a 2.91 ERA. Greg is 35. He's won his last 5 decisions. Posted a hello, then got 5 minutes of buffering. You would think that something as aiming for mobile users, that the Twitch mobile app, would be good. It is not. Maddux, an extreme ground ball pitcher, changeup and fastball at 82. Greg's last start, July 27th, against Montreal, a win, 7 1/3, 102 pitches, 6 hits, just the 1 run and 6 strikeouts. 151 1/3 innings for Maddux, 138 hits, 53 runs, 49 earned. Got a full signal. How you doing, Bernie? Maddux has allowed 15 homers. He's walked 19. Imagine allowing more home runs than walks, while striking out 128. This will be the lineup he'll face. Fernando Vina will lead off for the Cardinals at second base. Placido Polanco at third will bat second. Albert Pujols at left will go third. Mark McGuire cleans up at first. Jim Edmonds in center will bat fifth. J.D. Drew in right will go sixth. Edgar Renteria at short will bat seventh. Matheny behind the plate with his jazz band goes eighth, and Darrell Kyle threw 22 pitches in his half of the first, batting ninth. B.J. Surhoff is a 4 4 in left as we set the Braves defense for you. Andrew Jones a 10 6. Davey Martinez in center. Davey Martinez a 4 6 in right. It'll be Chipper Jones at third. Sanchez a 7 at short. Marcus Giles a 4 at second. Ken Caminiti a 4 at first. Paul Bacco a 4 and 5 behind the plate. And Maddux, they should just bronze him on a Golden Glove. He's a 10 with a .986 fielding percentage. Vina at 316, 6 homers, 32 RBI. Maddux winds and deals. That's into left. Surhoff coming in. 1 out. Chipper, by the way, a 3 at third. Placido Polanco at 311, 4 homers and 43 RBI. John, I suggest you're right, Mr. Bezos. They obviously have the money to have NFL rights on Amazon Prime. That Twitch as a mobile platform should be, if you're expected to watch football, you can watch those of us who do fake baseball. Pitch to Polanco. Fly ball left field. Surhoff fights the raindrops, 2 out. For Albert Pujols, what a rookie year he's having. 311, 24 home runs, and 77 RBI. Maddox winds and deals. That's into center. The crowd likes it. So does Andrew Jones, as that wind blowing in from right knocked it down, and he will make the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors for St. Louis. After one, no score. So Andrew Jones, Sanchez, and Bacco to face Kyle. Andrew at 263, 22 homers and 60 RBI. Kyle starts the second. Slow ground ball to Renneria, almost on the wet grass. Throws to McGuire, 1 out. Ray Sanchez, over from the Royals, making his Atlanta debut on the real season with the Braves. 227, no homers, and 9 RBI. Kyle welcomes him to the National League. A ground ball over the mound. Vina cuts it off, throws to McGuire. 2 out. You know, at some point, it's too bad that Mr. Howard isn't here. John made the plunge into Action PC Golf. I think for the price and what you have in the community, you just can't beat it. You would think that there would be an infielder sometime during Mark McGuire's career that would have been named McGinn. And if you're familiar with the song McGinn and McGuire, they couldn't get much higher. Just makes that. Played your first casual round this morning. Who'd you take around and where'd you play? Here's Bacco, Paul at 196, 2 homers and 8 RBI. Kyle deals, line drive into right. That's extra bases. Bacco might go for 3 here. He will. Drew throws it to Vina, who tries it to Polanco. Bacco, not much speed, but he's in there with his first triple. Wow. So Paul Bacco with a triple, and just kind of laughs at Bobby, reading the chat, Javi Lopez, not Bobby Jones. John took Bobby Jones around at Pine Valley, one of the premier private courses in the world. Greg Maddox hitting 182 with an RBI, 8 for 44. Struck him out, so Bacco's triple goes for naught. No runs, a hit, no errors. Going to the bottom of the second here at Busch, no score. So here's McGuire hitting all of 162, 14 homers and 26 RBI. Maddox starts the inning, and that ball is long gone. Well, he can still hit home runs, and he puts it above the bullpen in left center field for his 15th of the year, and it's 1-0 St. Louis. Absolute crushed it. Steeler fan pulls out his Mark McGuire voodoo doll, starts poking it in the butt. Here's Edmonds, Jim at 325, 20 homers and 53 RBI. Nobody out. Struck him out. Maddox got him on a full count change. Chase ball 4. Pitch was high in the zone. Here's J.D. Drew at 357, 10 triples, 23 homers and 62 RBI. Yeah, I did see that. I'm just like Miss Sarah on the old romper room. I can hold up that mirror and see Johnny and Mark and Matt and Bernie, and yeah, yes I can. I see Bernie with his Miami Heat voodoo dolls. It wasn't very nice what you did to Eric Sploresta last night either. John says shot ain't over, but a snowman on 15 bloated your score. That was only because it was practice. I put my second shot in the drink and kept reheating to figure out what I was doing wrong. I've got Pine Valley for both ASG and Action PC. They've never played it. Pitch to Drew. Ground ball foul, first base side. Count is 0-2. Maddox steals. Struck him out. He got him looking for the second strikeout of the ball game. Here's Edgar Renneria. Edgar Renneria hitting 263, 10 homers, and 36 RBI. and is one of two people in World Series history to do what? Pitch to Renneria. Ground ball to Giles over to Caminiti for the out. That will retire the side. However, the solo homer for McGuire puts the Cardinals up 1-0. Bernie says golf is an interesting game to replay tournaments with. The results in golf are so random, individual tournaments are impossible to judge the accuracy of the sim. You have to replay an entire season to make judgments. I don't think you really can, because the course and the golfer are such independent actors. It's great to have fun with, but I think of all the sports you can play, I think it is probably the least sim-like. And that's just not a knock on anything with either game. It's just that much of a variation, and the sample size is so small for an individual tournament. Here's Marcus Giles. Kyle opening 9, 38 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Giles is 0 for 1. John says some very narrow fairways, lots of sand and high trees. Hard to loft a shot if the trees are blocking your target. Yeah, absolutely right. Ground ball up the middle. Renneria behind the bag over to McGuire, 1 out. Here's Surhoff. He's 0 for 1. Braves have 2 hits. McGuire has the lone Cardinal hit with his home run as we play the top of the 3rd. Surhoff into left. That's a rainmaker on this rainy night. Pujols coming in, 2 out. Here's Chipper Jones. Chipper single, 1 for 1. Pine Valley is worthy of a U.S. Open, but doesn't have the logistics nor the will to pull that off. Jones singled his first time up. Ground ball to Kyle, first base side. Throws to McGuire. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. 1-0 St. Louis. So the Mike Matheny quintet is at the plate. He's at 199, 8 homers, and 33 RBI. Bernie's replaying some seasons right now. The tournaments never end up the same, but the season leaders are dead on. Which seasons are you doing? Post some stats later this week on Facebook. The other key is you got to truly have every course. And actually in PC, that's quite affordable. John has a coworker that has worked at Pine Valley since he was 12, gets to play for free. What a lucky, lucky individual he is. Pitch to Matheny. Ground ball. Maddox almost at first. Fields it, throws it to Caminiti. And Caminiti and Matheny are going, how in the world did you get that? 1 out for Darryl Kyle, hitting 100 with a homer and 2 RBI. Greg's pitch struck him out. An 0-2 changeup got him looking. So opening 9 for Maddox, 28 pitches, 2 2/3. The 1 hit, the homer from McGuire. Hasn't walked anybody while striking out 3. Vigna is 0 for 1. Maddox winds and fires. Slow ground ball to Sanchez by the bag at second, over to Caminiti, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Going to the 4th in St. Louis, 1-0 Cardinals. So Caminiti, who's working on an 8-game hitting streak, walked his first time up. Fly ball, right center field. Drew will make the catch. The wind held that up, 1 out for Davey Martinez, who struck out his first time up. Bernie's doing 60, 2000, and 2022. Yeah, ASG, you can quick play tournaments for the courses you don't own, which makes those seasons worth buying. I bought 86, and Bernie's doing both. Pitch to Martinez. Ground ball to third. Polanco across the way to McGuire, and Martinez is out on a bang-banger. So 2 out for Andrew Jones. Andrew's 0 for 1. Kyle's pitch. There's a little flare in the left center. Pujols will pick it up. And Andrew has got himself a single. Third hit for the Braves. And that brings up Ray Sanchez, who's 0 for 1. Ground ball to Renteria, who makes a diving stop from his knees. Throws him out. An absolute web gem, and that's the inning. Wow. No runs, a hit, no errors. Going to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 St. Louis. So here are the standings as we start the month of August, and I forgot to switch that to the National League stats. Oh well. Philadelphia by 3 over the Braves. The Braves actually would be the wild card. They would play that game against Colorado. Denny Nagel, Mike Hampton, anybody? Florida 3.5 back. Houston 6.5 over the Cubs, 10 over the Cardinals. San Francisco 4.5 over Colorado, 5.5 over Arizona. John has no audio or video, but I kind of wonder when he hears me again, I'll give an answer. Someone want to say maybe re-download the app? Reinstall it? Yankees 3.5 over the Red Sox. Chicago 5.5 over Cleveland. And Seattle is 5 up over Oakland. The American League wild card would be Oakland right now. Boston 4 back, and then Cleveland. Polanco is 0 for 1 as we start the bottom of the fourth. Ground ball to Giles. Marcus over to first, 1 out. Here's Albert Pujols. Albert is 0 for 1. Little ground ball past Giles for a base hit, and that's the second for St. Louis. McGuire smashed one into left center his first time up. His 15th of the year. He's now driven in 27. Pujols not a threat to steal. Ground ball to Giles, might be 2. Sanchez gets Pujols. The throw to Caminiti is out. They turn it 4-6-3. And that'll do it for the Cardinals in the fourth. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 4, 1-0 St. Louis. Brings up Paul Bacco, who tripled his first time up. Fly ball, left field. Pujols coming in. Makes the catch, 1 out. Here's Maddox. Greg struck out his first time up. 1-0 Cardinals here as we play the top of the 5th. Maddox, a slow dribbler down to McGuire, takes it to the bag himself for the out. So 2 out for Marcus Giles. Marcus is 0 for 2. It is still raining. It has rained all the way through, but pitch counts are low, and so the starters are working deep. Giles line drive to Polanco, and we're halfway home. It was supposed to rain today in Burlington. It hasn't. 59 degrees. Halfway home on a Wednesday afternoon. St. Louis 1, Atlanta 0. So if you joined us late, only the one run, a Mark McGwire solo bomb to left center in the second, is 15th to make it 1-0 on a rainy night in St. Louis. Greg Maddux, pitching like old times, a 2-hitter through 4, has struck out 3. Darryl Kyle, a 3-hitter through 5, and he has walked 1 while striking out 2. Unlike last night's game, this one's a pitcher's duel. Jim Edmonds struck out his first time up. Drew and Renneria to follow here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch to Jim. Fly ball, right field. Martinez is going to turn and watch it go. That wind has shifted right to left, and I think Martinez thought he could get that. He stopped about 5 feet short of the track. And for Edmonds, it's his 21st of the year. So 2-0 St. Louis. Brings up J.D. Drew, who struck out his first time up. Maddox's pitch. That's gone! Back-to-back home runs. That hits the facade of the second deck in right center. And so Maddux is throwing strikes as J.D. Drew now has a 10-game hitting streak. But his 24th of the year makes it 3-0 St. Louis. 3 solo shots that were stung. Brings up Edgar Renneria, who is 0 for 1. Nobody out. 2 solo homers for the Cardinals here in the 5th. That's a base hit in the right center field. Martinez will pick it up. So it brings up Mike Matheny, who's 0 for 1. Maddux just kind of bewildered on the mound after that. The Edmonds shot was crushed. And Drew got all of his pitch. Ground ball, right side, base hit. So Maddux has lost the script here in the 5th. Renneria trots on to 3rd. Oh, by the way, anyone want to take a crack? Edgar Renneria is one of 2 players in World Series histories to do what? Darryl Kyle's going to swing away with nobody out. Mr. Gardner's listening to WFAN. Let's go Mets. Get all RJ all excited. Kyle struck out his first time up, and now he got a rain delay. So 77-minute delay here. Hope you enjoyed Al Red Sox fan and the Three Stooges make sausage. And so I'm going to pinch hit for Kyle here. And Bobby Bonilla. Really? All right. Who can hit a righty? Won't be Bobby Bonilla. Kerry Robinson will pinch hit. Kerry is a pinch hitter hitting .360, 3 RBI. 307 overall, no homers, and 6 RBI. First and third following the rain delay. Baco says to Maddux, let's keep the ball down, okay? Robinson does. This might be 2. Sanchez. Only play is to first. And it gets away from Caminiti. They got nobody. Nope, I take it back. They got the force at second. Sanchez stepped on the bag to make it 4-0. Run scored, but they could not get Robinson at first. So Maddux, 18 batters, 59 pitches. He'll be done with a rain delay. 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, the 3 solo homers. McGwire, Edmonds, and Drew with 3 strikeouts. Vina is 0 for 2. Hit and run is on. Ground ball to short. Sanchez goes to first. And Vina is retired. A costly inning for the Cardinals, as there's still only 2 out. Never mind. Well, costly inning for the Braves, rather. Polanco is 0 for 2. Throw to second. Robinson is back. Polanco into left. Surhoff coming in and will make the catch. Costly inning for the Braves. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Solo shots from Edmonds and Drew. And then Renneria scores. We go to the 6th following that long rain delay. 4-0 St. Louis. So Mike Matthews, the lefty, will come in. He can throw 65 pitches. See how many of these 12 outs he can get. Matthews has finished all his starts this year. He's strictly out of the pen now. 33rd appearance. 4-3, 2 saves, and an earned run average of .456. 27 years old, fastball at 91, and a fly ball pitcher. Last pitched against the Cubs on the 28th of July, 2 innings and a 5-4 loss. 36 pitches, 2 hits, a run it was earned. He struck out 4. 75 innings, 82 hits, 47 runs, 38 earned, 14 homers. He's walked 28 while striking out 68. Surhoff 0 for 2. Fly ball right field. Drew, 1 out. See how long they keep Maddox in. Rain delay of an hour plus. Here's Chipper Jones, 1 for 2. With a single. Ground ball to Renneria on the wet infield. Over to McGuire for the out. So 2 away for Ken Caminiti, who is still sitting on an 8-game hitting streak. He walked and is 0 for 1. Matthews making it look easy right now as Caminiti draws the walk. And the perfect announcer's jinx. A full count fastball low and in. There's Davey Martinez. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Let's see if the Braves pinch hit for him. They do not. Fly ball left field. Pujols coming in. Makes the catch. Kerry Lightenberg coming in to pitch for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0 St. Louis. Lightenberg is 30 years old, making his 39th appearance. He's 3-3 with the save and an earned run average of 187. Fastball at 94, ground ball plus pitcher. We'll go maybe 2 innings. He got the loss to the Expos on the 29th, a 3-2 affair. 1 inning, 22 pitches, an unearned run, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Lightenberg, 33 2/3, 25 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He's walked 19 while striking out 31. Albert Pujols is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Got him! An 0-2 fastball swung on and missed for Mark McGuire, who homered in the 2nd, one of the 3 allowed by Greg Maddux. Swung on, ground ball, left side, base hit. So McGuire with no speed has 2 hits in this one. He's now hitting 170. Here's Jim Edmonds. Edmonds homered his last time up in the 5th, 1 for 2. Now has 21 dingers and 54 RBI. Lightensberg's pitch, ball 4. Not a good effort here for Atlanta. Here's J.D. Drew. He homered off the facade of the 2nd deck and right center his last time up, his 24th. Now is driven in 63. McGuire on 2nd would struggle to score on a double, let alone a single. To Giles, might be 2. Goes to Sanchez for 1. No throw to the throw to first is late. So Edmonds is retired. Drew on first. McGuire on 3rd for Renneria. Edgar 1 for 2 with a run scored. Baco and Lightenberg have a word. Ground ball to Helms. Wes playing first on a double switch is a 5 and makes the play to retire the side. So Carey will bat in the 4 hole and Helms is in the 9 hole. And we go to the 7th. No runs, a hit, no errors. It's 4-0 St. Louis. So Jones, Sanchez, and Baco to face Matthews here in the 7th. Andrew 1 for 2. Slow ground ball over the mound. Renteria on the grass throws to McGuire. 1 out. Ray Sanchez is 0 for 2. To McGuire. Underhands it to Matthews. And that's an error on McGuire. McGuire threw it at Matthews' ankles, and Mike just couldn't make the play. So that's the first error of the ball game, and Sanchez reaches on it. Brings up Baco. I bet they pinch hit for him. He does have a triple, 1 for 2. Stays in the game and draws a walk. Matthews looks skyward on that full count pitch, but it was outside and high. And with the double switch, here is Wes Helms at 196. 5 homers and 19 RBI. Braves trying to claw back into this one, trailing 4-0. Here in the top of the 7th. Pitch to Wes. Little chopper over the mound. Renteria to Vigna for 1. And Helms will reach. There is no throw. So Sanchez on third. Helms on first for Marcus Giles, who is 0 for 3. 4-0 Cardinals. They're trying to keep the team shutout going. 2 out. Struck him out. Stretch time. 4-0 St. Louis. Steve Reed over from the Indians gets the call here in the 7th for Atlanta. 35 years old, slider at 89, a ground ball plus pitcher. 19th appearance, 1-0 with the Braves with a 2.87 ERA. Last time out, last night against these Cardinals in their 8-2 loss. 1 inning, 17 pitches, a hit and a strikeout. Overall, 15 2/3, 15 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a home run. He's walked 4 and struck out 12. So Matheny, Matthews, and Vigna here in the 7th. Mike 1 for 2 with the single. Struck him out. Full count fastball got him looking. So Matheny, who was 0 for 18, will bat. He's got pitches to burn and has done well so far. Fly ball right center field. Well hit, but Martinez will track that down. 2 out for Fernando Vigna, who's 0 for 3. 4 runs, 7 hits, an error for St. Louis. They've left on 3. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, and Atlanta has left on 7. Tape and digital dice, by the way, tomorrow. How do you handle the end game? Ground ball to Sanchez over to first. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th. It is the Cardinals 4, the Braves nothing. So Surhoff, Jones in the pitcher spot here for Atlanta in the 8th. BJ is 0 for 3. Matthews now in his 3rd inning. Fly ball right field, Drew into foul territory, but going to run out of real estate. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Surhoff down the line again in right. This time it'll stay fair, and Drew will flag it down. 1 out for Chipper Jones, who's 1 for 3. So Kyle and Matthews have combined on a 3-hit shutout here with 1 out in the 8th. Chipper has one of those hits, pops it up. Matheny doffs the mask. Is he going to run out of screen? Yep, he does. So that's a souvenir and a 2-strike count. Jones with singles, and Baco had the triple. Ground ball, base hit left side, so Chipper has his second hit of the ball game. So pitcher's spot, it'll be Bernard Gilkey, old friend of the Cardinals, at the plate. Gilkey is a pinch hitter, hitting .323 with an RBI, .237 overall with an RBI. Chipper Jones on first, 1 out, top of the 8th. 4-0 Cardinals over the Braves. Matheny and Matthews again get together. Matthews from the stretch. Should be 2 here. Renneria to Vigna for 1 to throw to McGuire, and it is a 6-4-3 double play. Steve Carsey pitching for the Braves. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 4-0 St. Louis. So Carsey making his 17th appearance since coming over from Cleveland on June 23rd, and the trade that sent Barbie and the John Rockers over to Cleveland. Carsey 2-2, 3 saves, an earned run average of .237. Last pitched on July 25th, got the win over the Reds, a 6-5 win for Atlanta. 2 innings, 26 pitches, 2 hits, an unearned run, and a walk. So overall, 19 innings, 20 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Got the Mariners for you tomorrow at lunch to close out our week. It'll be Polanco leading off for St. Louis. He's 0 for 3. Base hit, right center field. Martinez will grab it. The lead-off single. That's the 8th hit for the Cardinals. Now we'll bring up Pujols. Albert 1 for 3, a single and a strikeout. You guys are really quiet today. Carsey goes to the plate. Chopper to third. Jones picks it up. Only play is to first. Pujols running down the line, but the throw beats him. Polanco goes to second. McGuire in the second just jammed one to the concourse in left center for his 15th of the year. Polanco on second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Little ground ball down to third. Jones picks it up. Chipper has to hurry, but McGuire has my speed, and there's 2 out. Brings up Edmonds, who homered down past the bullpen in right field in the 5th. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Polanco around third. Andrew Jones picks it up. Polanco goes to try and score. The throw goes in the infield, and it's 5-0 in St. Louis. Not had close games for you this week. Here's J.D. Drew. Drew hammered one to right center in the 5th. Now 1 for 3, as the computer tells me it's finally raining here in Burlington. Popped up right side. Helms. Can't get there. 0-2 the count. 2 out. Got him. So that should do it for St. Louis. A run on 2 hits and no errors. After 8, it's the Cardinals 5, the Braves nothing. So Matthews will start the inning. Davey Martinez, who can't really hit lefties at all, 0 for 3 with the strikeout. Stays in the game, lines 1 to Renneria, 1 out. For Andrew Jones, who's 1 for 3. Andrew's got a single. Fly ball, left center field. Back goes Pujols, and the shutout is gone. He put that right out there where McGuire did in the second. So the score now is 5-1. Braves with 2 outs to go need 4 to tie and 5 to go ahead. That ball was hammered. So Chipper and Andrew have 3 of the Braves' 5 hits. They might actually have 4 of the Braves' 5 hits. A quick check up on the board tells me they have 4 of the 5 Brave hits. Ray Sanchez in his Atlanta debut was 0 for 3. Left center, Edmonds coming in, rides a Schwinn, 2 out. Can't imagine they'd let Baco hit here, although Paul walked, tripled, he's 1 for 2. So last chance saloon for the Braves. Cardinals looking for their 54th win. Stays in the game, into left center. Edmonds will track it down, and the Cardinals win this one rather easily by the score of 5-1. So 2 hours and 41 minutes. Add that rain delay is 77 fake minutes on top of that. 5 runs, 9 hits, an error for St. Louis. They leave on 4. Atlanta, a run on 5 hits and no errors. And they left on 7. Darryl Kyle's going to get the Digital Dice MVP. 5 shutout innings, a 2 strikeout ball, and would have pitched a lot longer if the rains hadn't come. Maddox, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 homers, and 3 strikeouts. Matthews picks up a 4-inning save. Sabermetricians around the world pass out at that. So the rest of the day in baseball for you as we play the games of August 1st. I think I put everybody to sleep. Tigers beat the Mariners 9-8. Tolar 1-0. Arthur Rhodes 2-2. John Olerud. As soon as I get my screen back. 2 for 4 with his 14th in the loss. Oakland doubles up Cleveland in a Woolworth game, 10-5. Tam 5-5. Charles Nagy 1-4. Terrence Long 3 for 4, his 7th of the year with a stolen base. Toronto beats Minnesota 5-2 at Skydome. Roy Halladay 4-2. Kyle Loesch 3-2. Cook gets his 19th save. Romero Mendoza strikes out 11, but Texas beats the Yankees 7-4. Bell 5-1. Sterling Hitchcock gets his first loss of the year. Zimmerman his 26th save. Boston beats Anaheim 8-5. Hideo Nomo 8-5. Scott Schoenweiss falls to 4-11. Garrett Anderson 3 for 4, 2 homers and 5 RBI. In 12, Baltimore beats Tampa Bay 6-5. Kohlmeyer 2-3. Standridge 0-1. Cox 2 for 4, his 11th of the year, and drives in 2. Richie Sexson hit his 30th of the year, but Florida beats Milwaukee 9-8. Almanza 4-2. Leskanic 2-5. Cowboy up. Kevin Millar 2 for 4, 12th of the year, drives in 3. Steeler fan. Mets beat the Astros 3-1. Chen 1-0. Redding 2-2. Mike Piazza 2 for 4, his 24th of the year. White Sox beat the Royals rigged. White Sox beat the Royals 5-3. Alan Embry 4-0. Grimsley 5-4. Royce Clayton 3 for 4, his 8th of the year. Philly over Colorado and a Coors Field special 12-8. Cormier 6-3. Gabe White 2-4. Perez 3 for 5, his 2nd of the year, and drives in 6. Arizona downs Montreal 4-2-12. Brett Prinz 2-4. Strickland 5-5. Louis Gonzalez hits his 37th, going 2 for 6 and driving in 2. The Giants shut out the Pirates 2-0. Worrell 5-1. Beimel 1-3. Rob Dent his 28th save. Cubs win. 7-1 over San Diego. Kevin Tapani 8-3. Jones 3-11. Ron Coomer 3 for 4 with the 6th of the year. And last but not least, don't tell D. Scott Howard. Dodgers 12, Reds 2. Adams 6-4, Davis 4-3, Mark Grudzielanek 2-4 is 11th of the year and drives in 4. Tomorrow we'll have maybe a playoff preview, Seattle and Cleveland, before we tape Digital Dice. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time.